Hello, hello, hello. So,
put down the
yeah, put that, do your thing. There's no pressure here. So, you make pretty guitars.
Thank you.
That was it. That was a video. Okay. Pretty. Here's a problem. I don't know, and for years I've looked at your guitars, and I've seen them, back when they were at a music store, which kind of like how it, they were one of the first stores to carry them. And I still don't know how to say the name. Help me out.
Well, it's easy. Mayones.
Okay.
It's not like mayonnaise,
I always said Mayones for some reason. Mayonnaise?
No, it's not.
Pretty much just the way that it's spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, me, stupid. Now I know, and I finally sleep. Haven't gotten sleep in years. These guitars are absolutely pretty, and the thing that if you haven't ever held one, which I don't know if I have, but I've seen them from the back, what you might not know is the one thing that makes them special is that a lot of them, not all of them, right, are curved in the back.
Yes.
So instead of having like one belly carve or whatever, the whole ergonomics are just like, hey, why not make them curved all the way? Because you can't see that anyway, so let's make them ergonomic. So
yes.
These are curved, right?
Yes, yeah.
This is gorgeous.
Some improvement we did last time, recently. Well,
so it kind of looks like a little bathtub. It kind of looks like it should be made out of plastic because it looks so carved. I can't. That sounds very stupid, I know, but that you're used to that. And having that shape is just because you can, right?
Of course.
You could make that rectangular, but you just want to show off right now.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Okay, so at least he's honest.
No. This fits better to the shape of the body on the back.
Yeah, he was looking for some fake. They just want to show off. No. They just want to. We're so much cooler than the other people who do rectangular. Is so old school. This is beautiful.
Sometimes old school is okay.
Yeah. But not with these types of. Not when you have a 7-string, because that's not old school. How cool? How about an aged 7-string? That's just super. Or aged 8-string, like a relic 8-string. That's just ridiculous because.
Yeah, we never did it.
Well, why? But 8-strings wouldn't be old enough to be distressed. I mean, this is a relic 8-string from the 70s. No, it's not.
From the 56.
It's a vintage 8-string.
Yeah.
It's a 50s. I absolutely love a company that goes purple or pink because why not?
Purple.
Yeah, like Merple.
Possible.
But this is not Merple. I have a guitar that's called Merple because it's a manly purple. Mm-hmm. That is that's a girly kind. That's a girl. That's a girly kind of purple. Okay, that's not so but it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm not a big fan of bindings in general.
Mm-hmm. Why?
I don't know, because I think oftentimes they're not done nicely. I like real wood bindings, and usually when you have something like this with a, I'm going to say mother of pearlish kind of thing, it can look way too much. Schecter has been doing that for a long time, and they look overdone. On this, it's ultra subtle. I think this is very nice because it's not this shiny kind of. What is this? Is it mother? I don't know the difference between mother of pearl and abalone.
I think.
But it's like a flat kind of. It's very subtle. These are lumen lace.
Yes, of course. But it's also differs. Depends on guitar, right? Because here you have totally different binding.
Yeah, that would be too much for me. That's a little bit.
Yeah.
But the top is relatively simple.
Because it's too wide, or.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I personally prefer like a stunning top and then not a lot around it. Like I like no inlays, which sucks for teaching, okay? But if you have a beautiful neckwood like here, the inlays would totally distract from it. What was I going to say?
Look at the action. Very low action.
Yeah. And a super subtle volute, or as we also say, guitar tit. I say that, you don't say that, but volute sounds. See, guitar tit is something I can relate to.
Yeah,
but it's an A cup. It's an A cup guitar tit. It's a beautiful guitar. How much would that be? If I needed a 7-string guitar, which I don't.
Well, it's a special car, Regis Pro, about 2,500.
Really?
2,800.
That's totally okay. Not a problem at all. As far as I can tell, I haven't played it. It might sound horrible, but who cares? It looks pretty.
Yeah.
This is my color. People know I love blue guitars. Very
Blue
subtle.
or jeans or this finish?
Blue?
Blue or jeans, this finish?
Yeah.
Blue, just blue.
Nah, jeans. I like
yeah,
jeans.
okay.
I have a PRS in faded blue jean, and
Yeah,
that's absolutely gorgeous. This is my color right here. I love the gray and the blue. Again, the binding doesn't bother me. Usually it would, but it's just well done. Too many guitars have a sucky binding. I love the tiny dots.
But
It's totally-
it doesn't glow at dark. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I don't leave the house. I don't play on any stage. And when I make my videos, I have like 7 LED panels on me. I can
Oh.
see the dots. I'm good. But I love that they're subtle. They don't need to be bigger than that. And I'm gonna.
That's what she said.
They don't need to be bigger than that. Steve, you're a pig. But just my kind of viewer. I recently had some guitars from some, name brands where, in Indonesia now, the dots, they don't pay attention anymore. They're not centered or they're crooked. Or you get a guitar for $1,500 and you look at the dots, you're like, they didn't put them in the middle. And you got to bitch about stuff like this. I highly doubt if I ever reviewed a Mayones.
Mayonnaise.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm learning. Guitar that I would bitch about too much stuff. I mean, I could bitch about too many strings and nobody needs 8 strings. But then again, that's just an opinion, which is right. You would. What do you think? You can't say anything against 8-string players because you're trying to sell to them.
Well, you asking about my opinion,
Yeah,
or are you asking about opinion of me working at Mayones?
Let's talk about your opinion. Like 8-string
No.
guitars. What do you think? I mean, that's a trend now.
Yeah.
What do you think about the physics of the instrument? Does that make sense? Because you have
Everything makes sense. Everything makes sense.
But you have
Some people play 10 strings guitars or double necks or whatever.
But with the scale you have on a
maybe
guitar,
they
even
just
if
need it.
But even if you have a long scale, you really can't have the impact of that low string like you would have on a bass. You would never have the scale that you would have on a bass.
Yes, but 8-string it's not instead of bass.
But the attack that you get on that low string isn't going to be as immediate as you would possibly want it on guitar, especially in the metal world. Well, it depends on the quality of the guitar. Let's put it that way.
That is one issue, and the second issue is depends on electronics you have. I mean, amplifier or digital boxes, whatever, fractal, whatever it is.
Steve behind the camera is going to tell you his Kemper is awesome. I'm going to tell you, don't do it. So, but of course, if you do 8-string stuff, let's not say Kemper, let's say fractal, the benefit is that your power amp doesn't have to have that 180, 200 watt thing, because the lower you go, the more watt you need to have a fast response.
Yeah, of course, that's why guitar amplifiers can have like 50 watts, and bass amplifiers must have minimum 500.
And that's one restriction for guitar players that want to play 7 and 8 strings. They play guitar amplifiers, and the wattage simply isn't made for the low stuff, which is why they are flocking to digital stuff where you don't have those limitations. And I totally get it for that. If you want to play a fractal, that's totally fine for you. No Kemper. I'm just saying. You don't say. So, what else do we have? This is missing something right here.
Yeah.
But that's why it's cheaper.
Just broke. Yeah, just broke. So we fixed it with the metal stuff.
Oh, that's cool. You found that in the parking lot. This is a beautiful instrument.
Yeah, we first presented this model at NAMM this year.
It's gorgeous, and this is just because penis.
Yeah,
beautiful.
To have easy tuning, right? And this is because you can play on your knee, right?
Makes sense.
Clever people at Mayones.
It's also ergonomy, like in all the guitars we do.
This for me looks really cool because a lot of these headless look like there's just actually something missing in terms of stability or whatever.
Right.
This looks very solid to me. I've never actually spent a lot of time with any headless guitars. I gotta say this. So I like this a lot. Just in terms of, it feels like you can spend a long time with it, and it'll never get too heavy or too cumbersome.
Yes, and it is easy to carry. You know, it's because it's not that long.
And that is what she
Normal
said.
guitar, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. We'll do. Yeah, you haven't seen any of my videos because you wouldn't be laughing anymore.
No.
Because we do this all the time. Check out Gear Gods. I think Trey reviewed some.
Yes.
Yeah. And I guess that's it. Me and the very tall guy from Mayones.
Oh, very nice to meet you. I'm Mike.
Hi, I'm Henning.
Standing at the crossroads, asking for the path. I don't believe in Jesus nor in higher math. I try to close my eyes and rely on what I see. The world in black and white is not enough for me. I gotta get up, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm fed up, it's time for me to disappear. I'm under stress, I depress my family. I'm in regress and there is no remedy. Oh, I'm losing touch with reality. This kind of duality is too much for my mind and any kind of psychotherapy. I'm taking